Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Let's start some music. Today, let's go with, I don't know. Mm, Last time was medieval. Let's go with Asian lo-fi. Yeah, that will be good. Hey, Francisco, how have you been? Long time. Yeah, indeed. Ivan, olá, que tal? Yes, sometimes my brain goes English and other times Portuguese. That's all right. Okay, so I want to pop out these chats so I can follow along. YouTube and Twitch as well. What is it? What is it? What is it? Here we go. Trying to slow down a little. So, what's been happening? Too much work or what? I guess that happens to everyone at a point, right? Too much work. Yeah, I feel the same for so long time now. Yeah, I've been trying to think of some methods to do it in a better fashion, but it's revealing to be impossible. Yeah, Ivan, no worries. I wasn't changing in Portuguese just because of you. It was, yeah. I like to mix. I like to speak Portuguese, that's my natural. But also, I understand English is more universal, more broad. So I like that as well. Hey, so we would be back at Skim today. Or actually, I was even thinking about starting um, a new project. Not starting, but getting back one of, just like Alfredo and Skim are old projects. What I've been noticing is that maybe people don't follow as well because those are packages, right? And things with servers and so on. And what I've been realizing is people don't want to do that because that's not the typical thing. So I would be leaning into making the traditional application, and yeah, I'm leaning into making something like that. And in Filament Brazil, Ivan raised a question that we will address right now because we can check how to make something with filament, and that's regarding normalized data. So I wanted to check, yeah, so the new migrations. Yeah, cool. So what's going to happen is I'll try to explain with a sketch. So we have, can we, yeah, brands, vehicles, cars. I don't think we need those. Yeah, so what we need is that we have trucks. Whoa, this is very, very small. So let's keep it 100%. Okay, so there's a table with trucks. There's a table with cars, right? And from the general context, it's just so that there are common data between trucks and cars. And how do we handle this in the model and in filament? And the common attributes that are many ways we can go around this. Of course, there are multiple ways, but one that I was leaning into apply would be to have these stable vehicles, right? And this as the common attributes, yeah, because a truck is a vehicle and a car is a vehicle as well, right? So there are, so let's imagine in a typical scenario, these would have like 15 attributes. And I don't know, here there will be plus 8 attributes, right? And here it would be other 6, right? So instead of keeping 2 records, one for each, and that would change how we search for vehicles globally, right? So yeah, one idea. Oh, I was getting a call. Just a second. Okay, so what we want is to have a filament panel that will handle cars and trucks, but we can keep the model simple as just having vehicles, right? So what we can do is let's get the repository. And I've never seen it. I've never touched it. Oh, you speak. Hello, hello. Good evening or good afternoon. Are you really trying to learn Portuguese? That would be new. Okay, so checking code. Let's go into experiments. Hi, Faisal. Long time. How are you? How have you been? Yeah, I'm trying. I'm feeling it. I don't know what you guys think, but was it a little bit difficult to follow the Alfredo development and scheme development because of all the DevOps things and because it's a package? I can understand it's not for everyone. Not everyone wants to build packages, right? So the scope is different and maybe it's not such a good experience. So I'm thinking into leaning to something more accessible to the typical use case. So right now we'll explore this repository which Ivan assembled so that we could so that we can check how to address this issue of the trucks and vehicles and cars. So let me check. Yeah, there's the Docker Compose. What is... Oh, it's a custom thing. Okay. Yeah, okay. So Composer install. Yeah, would that happen? Oh, MySQL, okay. npm install. I know Spanish. I heard someone speaking it and I thought I understood most of it. So figured it would be easy. Yeah, I would say Spanish and Portuguese have much in common. Yeah. Oh, so there's no npm dependencies, probably. this is a real problem, then I hope it's nice for more people. Yeah, I think the same for sure. So let's go Docker Compose up, and yeah, it will have to build. So yeah, there are some images, probably 3 different resources for 3 different models, something different. Let's see how it goes. And you, Faisal, what have you been up to? Yeah, so I guess we can start looking, right? So database migrations, we have vehicles, right? So vehicles have a brand, they have a model and a year. And if it's a car, it will have the relationship to what vehicle it is and the key for that. And yeah, I would see this in a different manner typically, but that's okay. And also the relationship to what vehicle it is, and trucks just have a load capacity, meaning of course this is just pretending, right? Because here we just have one attribute extra, but in reality it could be many, and the same for cars. So this is just an academic experiment, because I wanted to address this problem using views, database views. So let's see what it comes. So let's go. I stopped it. Docker compose down dash v. Want to delete all volumes. So now I want to copy .env.example to .env. I think there was an instructions, right? Oh, even I think it's missing the .env step, probably. Let me check. False good. Oh, it's SQLite, so that's why no connection. But then there is the MySQL container running, so there's something to change, I think. So this will probably work out of the box, right? So Docker compose up. I want to attach Docker Composer so many times I write it. Okay. So MySQL is running. So what would I see? 8008. So we would also need it right there. To fuck inactive. To fuck inactive? Okay. To FCK inactive. So today, I don't know how much time this will take, but we are making a fresh exercise of checking this project, which is something from Filament Brazil community. There was kind of a discussion on how to solve an issue. And that issue is, how would you model to work in Filament with vehicles when you have trucks and cars, right? And let's say vehicles as 15 attributes, generally speaking, right? And plus 8 attributes and plus 6 on trucks and cars. So how would we go around to make these resources to manage trucks and cars? And we are going to do it in a fashion that I would like to introduce or to show. Of course, it was not me inventing. I'm not introducing anything. I just suggested a different thing, which is to use database views and use models to read those. And we will write with a custom operation. This is in Filament. Okay, so let's see if we can do it. So I'm gonna go, what's it called? Docker compose config, and the application is called app. So yeah, dc exec app bash. The version is obsolete, blah blah blah, all good. PHP artisan migrate fresh seed. And database SQLite doesn't exist. So we'll be using SQLite. Oh, this is a bummer. We won't use SQLite. I don't know, does SQLite have views? It does. Create view, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I guess we can use... have you not used convex before? What's convex? No, I have never used convex. It does look very, very well. And for LLMs, vector search, IC database, yeah. Oh, it seems to do very cool stuff indeed. Yeah, I won't use it now, but I'll keep it on the bookmarks because this is something, the backend for AI. So this is like database and AI. Yeah. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, but for now we'll be using Filament. That's the tool that for me it makes me hyper productive, and yeah, that's it. Because you can make panels and forms and tables and notifications, actions, widgets, and these actions are let's say buttons or row actions and modals and confirmations and modals for that confirmations. Really, really cool. So that's a fantastic thing in terms of when you can use this stack for build your application, right? Because it's not a stack for all cases. When you can do it, I've never seen something as productive as this is, because it's a full stack thing that it's you have to see it to understand. I wouldn't be able to explain in words. Oh, I like the idea of this stream. Pick and Flow is saying, been meaning to get more into Filament, just never got past things checkout docs. Yeah, cool. So, and I think probably I will put Scheme a little bit on the side and also be working on standard Filament projects, because I want to make open source projects as well. Scheme is a package. So yeah, I think building a traditional application will be more relatable to everyday job for everyone. So I think that will be cool as well. What do you think? Database username and password is inheritance. Why did you do that? Don't you get it from .env? Probably not, right? So why does it have a password? Cyan will change configuration environment file and execute PHP artisan optimize. PHP artisan optimize. No such table cache. Huh? PHP artisan So I touch, so PHP artisan, migrate fresh seed. What's happening? Blueprint int does not exist. Yeah, I don't know what's. Does it have SQLite, all the extensions installed? Typically, I use Sail or server side up. I've done custom things as well, but yeah, so I don't know H for FPM what it has from. Does it have the Docker file? Oh, it doesn't have my. Oh, it does. It does. It does. MySQL. Okay, so this service is called MySQL. Are they on the same network? They seem to be. Yep. So host MySQL, and you say it's inheritance. Yeah, I changed to MySQL even just to get past this because I'm finding the error. Okay, so now it's a different error, of course. But the thing is, it was with SQLite, it seemed like the system wasn't okay. So look, it's calling an integer. Maybe everything is good. It was just me that I didn't see something, but so it's integer that it doesn't exist. It wasn't even database. I'm sorry. So we don't need to change. But I think I will change it. Even so, I'll use MySQL because I think much more people use MySQL than SQLite. So I think I'll keep it in MySQL. Yeah, no problem. This is just academic research. It's not competition for anything, right? So Docker, it's not an hackathon. Docker compose down dash v and Docker compose up. I want to bring everything up, and if all goes well, so I couldn't, yeah, web app is not running, yeah. So I'm just gonna do something, will I or not? I have an alias which would run Docker compose artisan. I guess it's not here because it's a function. Yeah, never mind. So Docker compose exec app bash and PHP artisan migrate fresh seed. So it can't find node MySQL, and why is that? App nginx MySQL. Is it because of the container name? Does it change the host? I'm not sure. I don't know from memory. What do you mean? Docker inspect? No. .35e DNS names. Yeah, MySQL should be. So what's failing here? Networks. All of those have it. So these are the defaults if they are not defined in .env. Clear environments, DD, artisan, clear, and OC is everything. No, no. Something else is wrong. How come? Yeah, I wouldn't want to be debugging this right now. Docker compose exec. Yeah, I've done that from the outside. PHP artisan. Oh, but on the inside, yeah. Yes, correct. The host would not work. Optimize clear. Yeah, but even so, it's not finding. Do we have telnet? Apt install. No? IPutils ping, is it like so? Yeah. So it just exited MySQL after a ping, and so what's wrong here? Down dash V, removing everything, Docker compose up. No, MySQL is exiting, that's why it's not working. Remove MySQL user root and use one of the following to control the root user password. So it's maybe a policy of what of the user that it's being used. So I'll just use Laravel for all, Docker compose down dash V, Docker compose up. It seemed okay. And now we don't have ping, it's a new container, right? But if all goes well, we can migrate. We do. So migrate fresh dash dash seed. Done. Yeah, Ivan, I got lost because although the names were correct, it stopped working because of the credentials and I didn't notice. So I was thinking I wasn't able to reach it because I wasn't able to reach it. But instead, it was down. The service died, right? So that's why I was thinking I wasn't reaching it, but by debugging, we got there. So we have Laravel working. It's running MySQL. And now we'll be eating localhost 8008 and no encryption key. PHP artisan key generate. Here we go. So if all goes well, we already have a filament application. So I'm going to go with test at example.com and password, and that's okay. So we do have vehicles and cars, and column type in where clause. Yeah, so that's because something changed, right? The seeds don't have the user or the cars. Yeah, so I think we could just type is new. Yeah, so and why were we trying to reach it? Because of the select. Okay, so this is already done in Filament, right? So people who don't know Filament won't be able to follow that well, but I think I'll just remove those. It doesn't have much, right? I'll just start from scratch and that will, yeah. So car and truck, I'll delete everything. There was a table. You can change the model car, merge with vehicles, fillable. Yeah, I think I'm go in other direction. Oh, Colapus, sorry, I didn't see. Yeah, port number is the same. It's okay. Thank you. So I'll just remove the resources and tables and forms as well. In fact, let's remove all filament folder because this is going to be so quick, hopefully. So if I go to admin, so for everyone who didn't still use filament, let's forget the installation from scratch, etc. This is typically what we get, an empty dashboard, okay? And we are now going to do stuff. And by our logic, we want to have vehicles table and trucks and cars. But in Filament, we want to manage trucks and cars. So to do that, we are going to generate a resource. And let's see the migration again. There is the vehicles table. And there's the trucks table. And how will I do it like so? Is this, it's unsigned, but there is no, yeah, I guess this will not be the introduction filament, the introductory filament, because there's the relationship with the foreign ID. So this is advanced already, not advanced, but intermediate maybe. So what we're going to do is we are going to generate a resource by PHP artisan make filament resource, and it's going to ask me what is the model name, and I'm going to start with truck. And just by saying that I want a resource for truck, I now have entry for trucks, and I don't know why you want to find type. Probably it's a scope. Yeah. So I don't want it, and I don't want it. So let's think of a standalone. Let's think of a standalone application, truck with the trucks table. And we would now have the paginator with a table paginator, the new truck form, which is empty for now. And if I were to go into the truck resource, I can define the form right here. And let's say we want to make a form with a text input of, say, brand. Yeah, and the brand and the model, for example. If I were to refresh, I already have the brand and the model ready to persist. But of course, something fails. And not only we have the create and list pages, we also have the edit page, which would be after the creation, right? So out of the box, one command, we get create, list, create, and edit pages. We can easily also get the view page, but that's for another day. So basically, what I want to do is I don't want to use a truck standalone. I want to use the combination, right, of all the attributes in the two tables. So I want to make a resource out of this and also another resource out of that. So that's why. So resource for cars and a resource for trucks. That's it. Simple as that. But I don't want to be repeating myself. So there are many ways to tackle this. I'm going to go with the view representation, and that would be like so. We would be going to the database, and the trucks table would also create a view. So this would like not use schema. I guess I don't know if we can execute. Yeah, what we can do is execute db and the statement and the query, and we are going to create a view. I don't think there is a schema for reviews. Yeah, never mind. So I'm gonna go into not OBS, into AI, and let me get the right project. I don't have a right project there, right? Maybe inside of scheme. So I'm gonna go into the terminal, and I'm going to ask PHP. Oh, well, I'll just ask the migrations. So migration for vehicles migration, them, and then trucks migration, Now let's create a view in MySQL. Let's create the view creation in query in MySQL that combines both. And this is going to, truck details. It's a good name. So what this does is, instead of having two tables, we will have one table called truck details, and we will get from trucks, right? We will be inner joining vehicles. There's an alias for V and an alias for trucks is called T as an alias during the query, and vehicles is called V, and brands is called B. So we are joining them. On the vehicle ID on truck is the same as the ID attribute in vehicle. And actually we are doing the same for brands, because there's also a brand relationship. We could or could not use it. It's more or less indifferent. The important part is to combine vehicles and trucks. So let's do that. And this view, I will add it here. Wait. What's happening? No, I don't want to have a data source for that. I just want to ignore the error for now. So can I do that? For file, for statement. Okay. So let's see what it comes. So I'm gonna go in PHP artisan migrate fresh seed because, yeah. And it's done. So if we were to go again to the application, whoop, we have to log in. We should fill this automatically. Have you done that, Ivan, anytime? So trucks is empty screen, right? So what we are going to do now is the truck resource. We will use the truck class. It could be a truck details class, whatever. Let's check also in the PHP artisan. Is it db show? Oh, it's just showing tables. It's not showing views, it seems. So that's okay. And what else? Let's change it then. I should just bring table plus. And what was the password? .env. We can see it. Laravel, Laravel, Laravel. Okay, so making a new connection. MySQL inheritance, and it's localhost 3306 Laravel. So testing. Whoops, there was an error. Why? Docker compose.yaml. Oh, it's mapped to 3308. So, yep. Test, all good. Save, connect. And once connected, we can see we have a table called, not a table, it's the view called truck details. And these attributes, Filament will take care of those for the reading, right? And when we will write to two tables just by customizing the creation and the editing processes. So what we're going to do is we are going into the truck model and we'll say that the table is truck details. So if all goes well, we could see now trucks, but we can't because they're not created. And also we didn't set the columns on the table. So we are going to do that exactly here in this method. And we have a text column which will be on the property brand name, and I'll keep it simple. Brand name, model, and year. And that's, oh no, the truck resource needs the load capacity. That's one of the reasons, right? It's an attribute from other table. It's the load capacity. So yeah, we could get that from a relationship because it's not it could also be a relationship based on the view, but we'll get it directly. So still it's empty after refresh, but the magic happens now. When we go to create a new truck, we need to take care of that. So when we create a new truck, we have on a truck, we have the load capacity, meaning the base stuff is in vehicles. And the brand. So the brand also has to be generated. So I wouldn't want to make this that complicated. So I don't want to entangle all this. So I'll simplify the view. So we'll just combine what we need, which is not the brand. So sorry for that change. Brand, it's model, year, load capacity. Okay, so we will not be joining brands, and that's it. We'll not be joining brands. So we need a brand resource. So pick and flow, this will be the chance to see a full thing. So there's no brand model still. PHP artisan, make model, brand, and that brand, I could call on the provider, admin panel, or app service provider, model and guard. That's it. So brand is on brands. So we would now make a filament resource. So PHP artisan make filament resource for -g to generate and its brand. And based on the generate, we created the brand resource and the 3 pages that go along. So because we generated, it went to the database and found the fields that are there. So we would now have a brands database, and we could now change Audi, BMW, I don't know. So we would now have already done a CRUD for brands. Flame is asking, é possível fazer a documentação de um código automaticamente com o PHP Storm? Então, eu não conheço, Flame. Penso que estarás mais sorte com AI, com alguma AI que consiga fazer isso. Generating documentation automatically in PHP Storm, would that be possible? I said probably with AI. If any one of you guys know anything regarding this topic, that would be nice. That would be $1 million idea, right? If you can get documentation for a project, even a project that you didn't build, right? It's a legacy code and someone will bring it to you. You have to fix it or to do something. And being able to see the documentation, the proper documentation of what it actually does, that's really valuable. So, we do already have trucks and brands. So let's migrate fresh seed. What happened now? Base table or view already exists. Oh, because probably, yeah. Create, I think, could we add a drop view? If exists, truck details. Could we run multi-statements? I'm lazy, I know. Yeah, we can't run multiple. We can't run multiple statements, so we'll have to run twice. And if all goes well, we will delete it it's a security feature because of SQL injection and such. So we're good to go. We have the new view because if it exists, gets deleted, and that's it. So based on that, again, we should have the auto login and password, and that's it. So brand, I'm gonna go and add a new brand, blah blah blah. I think I'm going to be making more stuff. So PHP artisan, make Cedar, brand Cedar, and brand Cedar, and let's make a brand, whoops, a brand, create Toyota, Audi, BMW, and if all goes well, test at example.com and password and brands. Huh? Oh, of course, we didn't add database headers. We should call, so this run or call. No, run it's this, so call, and we are gonna call the brand header class. Done. Also, I'll be self-promoting my how to auto login filament. I'll be auto-promoting a blog post I've done on how to make auto login in an easy fashion. So we will make a page for the login, remove unnecessary folder, copy this code. We'll be going into pages login, and we will basically use the parent core thing, but if it's local, we will autofill the form with these details. And we are gonna go into the admin panel provider, and the login will be performed in that page. Also, I'm gonna change colors for indigo because I like it better. And if all goes well, if I were to migrate fresh seed, we've done it. Whoop. Brand seeder create. Okay, so this is a mistake. Oh, damn it. Brand create means it's a model brand. That's it. And this is because it needs the generation for the code, and if all goes well, yeah, got it. So migrate fresh seed and done. So if I were now going into the project, I can automatically sign in just by picking. And if I were to go to brands, I already have brands. So now if I want to go into trucks, I have trucks. I can generate a new truck, and this new truck will be defined here. So again, let's find table plus, and we know the truck has the load capacity, which is an integer. That doesn't matter much for the moment. Capacity, but okay, numeric required. Probably that required is it nullable? No. So yeah, it is required. And then the vehicles field will be model and year and brand ID. So the brand ID, it will not be like so. That's a select. And the brand ID, I mean, we could make, if there's the relationship made, but we would have to make it like so. Brand name required. So let's go to truck. The brand. of the truck would be belongs to, and we would return belongs to brand class. So would that be enabled to fill? Yeah. And also, so there's the brand ID, there's the load capacity, but in the middle, what was there more? Model and year. So those are all required. So let's get the text input for model. The label will be brand because we don't want to get the ID. Probably it would auto remove. So brand and year. So if all goes well, we do have a proper form to insert a truck. We'll insert brand, model, year, and load capacity. But the thing is, let's copy it here and make this required. Okay, fantastic. So what happens here is that this field goes to one table and the other fields goes to another table. So let's just customize it. So on the create truck page and by filament docs, we can just go into the resource, creating a record, and we can mutate data before an insert, which will use the original model, and we don't want to do that because we have a read-only table, right? Or we could even, never mind, because Laravel has read databases, write databases, maybe, I don't know if there's a model as well, but what happens, our most effective way will be to use another customization, which is we will take care of the whole creation. So we go to this page, the create truck, and we paste this code, and if all goes well, let's simplify, and we get the data, which will have the whole form, right? So when we dump data, we just come here, we'll insert a truck. Maybe can I fake data? Can I fake fill? Maybe. Why null? What do you mean? Okay, cool. So if I were to create, you see, all the state is there. So what we're going to do is we will get the attributes for one record and the attributes for another record. Handle record creation. And can I, I think, was it halt? Yeah. Or fail? Yeah, I think it would be halt. I'm just already thinking about the, oh damn it, what's the name? Handling the error, right? So we can now db, because we are using two models, let's ensure that we either write for the two or we don't at all. So when we begin transaction, we will try to do so. And if we catch any throwable, we will halt the creation by filament defaults. And we have data. So what we do is we create a vehicle. Query for example, create data. But the problem is that we don't want data. So what's the fastest way just to get those? Yeah, so was it? Yeah, it's a few records, so I'll not over engineer the code. We need the brand ID, model, and year. So we need the brand ID. We need the brand ID, model, model and year. That's it. So that will be it. Sorry. So, bam. So I think I don't exactly love array access, but yeah, cool. So we create the vehicle. Are you there, Ivan? What are you thinking about this? And now, when we would create the truck, the vehicle ID will be the vehicle ID and the load capacity. We don't have it like so. So load capacity would be inserted. So we would, I don't know, would we return the truck? Probably. Why do we need the model? I'm not sure, but I think it will assert that everything was created. So yeah, trucks, let's create a truck, new truck, fake fill, and create. And if all goes well, what happened? So if we get here, let's type the throw get message. I think something happened. Undefined array key name. Oh, silly me. Done. So if I were to create again, cannot modify more than one base table through a join view. Of course, I'm just silly because we are now wanting to access to the truck. So what we will do is we'll generate the second model, truck details, and truck detail even, right? Or we can keep it like so. And the thing is, we will use truck in the default table, and that's it. The truck doesn't have a brand, it's the vehicle that has it, so I overlooked it. No column updated that in field list. What do you mean? Is there a table that doesn't use? Is it trucks? So there's no timestamps. I don't know if this was for what was the reason not to have timestamps. Maybe will I disable timestamps? I'm not sure. This project is not mine. Ivan, are you there? I don't know if you want to skip the timestamps or add those. Oh, and you replied already. It's very good. I didn't think this for inheritance. I used something similar in the relationship branch. Oh, okay. So prepare query, blah, 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 blah. What is this? Ah, of course. So now our truck resource, we have to based on the truck details. So we read from there and we write in others. So if I'm going to create a new truck, I'm going to fill, create, and what's missing? Foreign key name on null. Oh, so it's the select. What do you mean? What are you trying to render? What are you trying to render? Numeric value out of range. Oh. What? Really? Year? What should be the year? Does it have to be a carbon? Ah, so I think it would be creating now, right? Huh. I don't follow why that happens. Okay, so let's go. It's the belongs to. Who is trying? Because I'm creating create truck. Okay, so I hit a roadblock. Why? Because why is it someone? Oh, I'm silly. Wait. Begin transaction and db commit and also db rollback. I don't think it's related, right? Just wanted to find out. Why create truck handle record creation? So oh, it's trying to save relationships because I said so either one of two. There is I didn't put the vehicle ID. Yeah, it's the brand ID. It's trying to find it. So after all, will I use the brand ID? No, I don't think so. I would rather do it other way. I would rather. It's not a relationship from the details, is it? It is from the vehicle. I mean, it could be if I bring that field as well. So, okay, maybe I'll change that opinion. It's okay. Even so, I think this is what's missing. We need to change. In try catch, I use open the finally section and finish transaction this. It's better practice. Oh, the finally section to transaction. Yeah, I do it in catch. I don't have a strong opinion on what's better. I would use b dot, so brand name, b dot id as brand id, and I think this will clear the errors out because everything will be connected. Maybe it didn't have to be, but yeah. Oh, again? How? Because now the track details that does have a brand and a brand. So db table track details. I really thought this would be faster, but yeah, it's always like so. There's something biting your ass all the time. So let's check table plus and oh, we have a truck inserted. The problem is we're not finding it, the relationship. So everything's good. It's the edit page that wants to load the select and it's not finding it. So truck, there is a truck and there is a vehicle, right? And the vehicle has the brand ID, truck doesn't, so of course truck details has it. So I don't follow, but let's read it calmly. So it's when we go and read, if we go to truck details, yeah, okay, right. We also need to define what is the ID of the trucks. So it could be the truck ID, it will be just ID. So PHP artisan migrate fresh seed, we were to refresh, sign in, truck details, create one, create, bam, we're already there. So, but when we go to truck details, we already have it halfway there and it's load capacity. And you see, we now have data from both tables because this is a view. And the only problem is I'm not able to find the relationship based on this select field when I go to edit. Oh, I do. So god damn it, why is it? Why is Filament trying to save relationships? Get foreign key name on null. Because it's a relationship that doesn't exist. Oh, damn. I know how I can solve this really quick, which would be, it wouldn't be a relationship, right? It would be, we would provide the options and we do the query instead. Not a big fan of one or the other. I guess it all depends. So here it would all work, I think. New truck details, new truck, fill random stuff, create, created. Yeah, so it's done. In order to make work the relationship brand, what's missing? It's brand ID and the truck details. It would have a brand that returns. Yeah, I don't get it. Do you see anything? And now the same would be for cars, right? So I think this finishes the proof of concept of what I was trying to achieve. I don't love that the relationship is trying to be saved. Yeah, so what is the... So Ivan, what do you have to say? So the fields, select. Where can I find it? And it's right there. I don't think that will be fantastic. You think this will work? Yeah, it failed. We gave null instead of the relation name. Using the relationship model? What do you mean? Would that be brand? Ah, right, because based on brand, it will find it. Okay, so on the customization, we wouldn't save brand because filament will do that. Is that it? But this will be missing to create it here. So either way, yeah. So if I were to create, yeah, brand ID is not missing. So do I have it here? No, yeah, I have. It's 3. I don't know if I like it better like so, but I know that we found out the reason, and now you can choose what to do. App is not a valid app enum's brand. Oh, you have some brands in enum? Ah, okay, so that's because it shows another one. So brand you have, why? Why does it have to fit? Did you put a cast? Yeah. So let's choose Sam. Actually, Toyota would work, right? And now I'm trying to insert brand on the create track, so that's false. So this would be a little bit inconsistent. So if I were to create, yeah, then it will fail again because filament will try to save relationships here. After we run this code, it's brand now, it's not isonym, is a model using database. Brand now, not isonym. This was an enum and I made a database with a model because I thought it was missing. Oh, damn it. Now I see the shoot I've done. I thought something else entirely. Yeah, now we are managing brands in the database. Damn it. Okay, so let's fix it. Let's fix all of that. I've done it wrong. So, not many changes, huh? Oh yeah, the deletions. So, brand. No, we will not have a brand model. We will have a brand enum, yeah. I guess I made a migration, right? Or no? How is that happens? You can add an icon column in brand if you want. Ah, you have an icon, nice. Yeah, I like those touches. Create brand, yeah, so brand resource, bye-bye, brand resource, bye-bye. What else? So on the create truck, it's not a relationship. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, it's a brand, and this will be the value of the enum, right? And on the truck resource, the options will be, yeah, so that's why it was not, sorry, I overlooked it. So brand cases, or I can just do the brand class, right? And it implements the filament. Whoops, not this brand. In fact, we will delete that brand. We did already, right? Let's generate the helper code, truck. Okay, so this brand will be the enum and implements as label and also as icon. So, and where is the label? Brand migration. Ah, you see, because there was a brands migration, Ivan. I used enum because I wanted to focus in init. Yeah, but it was the brands table, probably, that made me think it was missing. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Yeah, no problem. It might be confusing, you know, for people who don't know this and will be jumping in. Yeah, things have to be extremely clear. So, so that someone from outside can understand it easily. So let's delete the brands header, and the database header doesn't need this at all. So migrate fresh seed, here we go, refresh. Let's go into admin, sign in, bam, truck details, new truck. We have the options from the enum, fake fill, bam, and something happened. Okay, so something happened. Something happened. Let's go to the create truck page and let's see what happened. Fake filler, create, column not found, brand. Huh? Vehicles? What do you mean? Yes, I added a migration to the brand after you reviewed and suggested for this live. Oh, so there are changes, man. I wasn't aware. Yes, exactly, you know, so yeah. So let's just make it a string and call it a day. Let's just make it work. We don't need brands. Bam. iTerm, migrate fresh seed. I always like to check, of course, because trucks does not need for sure to connect to brand. So migrate fresh seed, all is good. Refresh, sign in, and something, let's go. And again, brand not found in vehicles. What do you mean? Vehicles table? Ah, brand. What was here before? Yeah, brand ID. Never mind, create. And not create, I need to migrate fresh seed. This would be easier with tests, but you know, sometimes we just wing it. Let's go, created, yay. So after it's created, we can check the brand name. Let's go into the truck resource, and on the text column, we can make it icon column. And is it the icon? Is it here that I'll give the brand enum? Is it like so? I don't remember. Or is it the text column to have the icon? I'm trying to guess here. I'm not. Also it's not. What am I doing? It's not brand name, it's brand. Silly me. Let's go. Refresh. No icon. So icon column. Still not. So tables, columns, icon column. Yeah, I'm I'm not much worried about the icons, about the mechanics. I thought you had the icon. Yeah. So I'm just I don't know how to use it right now. Would it be brand get icon or cases? Then you can concatenate. Yeah. I'm sorry. I will just pass in front of this. I'll just have the brand written, which I don't. And why? But it's kind of impossible for it to be there and not being filled, right? Because trucks, vehicles, brand is written on the. So brand, options, on the. So, oh, never mind. Text column. I was expecting to see it now. Why don't I see it? Oh, because it's truck details and probably I gave it other name? Of course, of course. So we need to choose. We can make something different here. We can choose vehicle model, vehicle year. Yeah, we can put all, or we can put t.star, but never mind, let's do it. So we have the brand as well. So let on the view, because that's missing, so that's why it's null. We were to refresh, fake fill, whoops, new truck, fake fill, create, and if all goes well, bam, we have it there. And there's the beautiful icon. How did that happen? Just on a text column. How did this happen? Because of being an enum? I don't know how come this happened. I've actually never done an enum that implements as icon. So I'm guessing it's something related by that. It's filament internals. Yeah, fantastic. How can you not love it? Right? So we now have trucks and they have brand, model, year, load capacity, etc. And now we also need to edit, because if we're going to edit from 7 to, this will be an error. So the last operation of the day is to make the truck resource edit as well. So that name would be on the panels resources editing. And if we customize the save process, we are handling the record. So the edit track, bam. Let's import model, that's it. And now, similarly to our create truck page. We'll also do the same. Not the same, but you get it. So let's remove this die dump. And what we're going to do is, so the vehicle, so when we edit, we have the record, the current record before the changes. I'm guessing it, right? So before load capacity 7 to 10, if I'm going to save, I'll have the record that is all. So it has ID and vehicle ID and 7, which would be changed to 10 in the data, right? So record is the truck details. So let's go and change this to vehicle is the vehicle find and by record vehicle ID. Fantastic. Exactly. And now we would vehicle, we would fill, we would change brand for the brand, model, year. Fantastic. And now the truck, we would do the same. We would find by the record ID, and then we would fill the attributes. Oh, and save. Don't forget. So if all goes well, we can now edit. So from 7 to 10. Saved. Fantastic. So from 10 to 2. And saved. From Honda to Volvo, which is in another table. Save. Fantastic. So there you go. We have taken care of the blue resource. We have vehicles that could have 15 attributes and trucks which would have 8 attributes different from the cars, and this would allow to use filament for this modulation, which would use data normalization, meaning that you have related data, right, by the vehicle ID, and based on that you can it's not an aggregate, you will put you will combine data from two tables without repetition. Icon column, make brand icon. Oh, record brand name. Yeah, I can copy that. It does make sense, but yeah, I wouldn't be focusing on that because you see, it's already right. Could we disable text or hide text? Because you see the icon. Yeah, because the filament is already applying the icon. So Ivan is suggesting some change, and we can. Yeah, okay, let's see what it comes, and bam, just the icon. I don't know if it gives more readability to the user, because it might not know the brands, but hey, that's okay. You decide. Okay, so I think this is done. We have this, and we have these implemented, right? And filament wise, we have the list. Now we could have 20 more, 20,000 more, of course. So let's fake fill, create, or create and another one. So fake fill, bam, fake fill, bam. And now we can search, and that's it. Because this is the reading model, it has that attributes. The only thing, basically, that was the key takeaways is make a model for your custom information. So make a model for that, and you will read from there. And by there, I mean the view that flattens two tables into a single record. And then the creation process is on you, and also the edit process is on you as well. So yeah, if we take care of just these 3 steps, we are able to use data normalization that works in this fashion. So I would like to know what you think. I did something wrong. So let me know your comments. What I'm going to do is I did a problem that I didn't fork, so let me just update. So git remote set URL origin, and bam, bam, bam. Was it okay? Yeah. So yes. So git search minus c normalized data, and gak normalized data, and I'm gonna go and push. And I don't know, where do you want the where would you want the changes, Ivan? If you can let me know. I guess you can change it later, right? I'll do the PR to main, and from there you can do any change, right? So I think this concludes it for the day. I won't be doing the other project because it took a little bit more time to do this. So yeah, I did lots of removals. Yeah, I wanted to keep things simple and to the point, so it was easier to start from new resources. And I should have done npm CI. Sorry for that. I should clean it up. Yeah, but it's an easy fix. Yeah. Okay, Van. I hope you enjoy, and then later let me know some comments. So everyone at home, let me know. I'll be closing for now. And yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, so I was waiting to see if there was someone out there. I want to thank you everyone for watching the stream live and at home, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.